This is a story that came out in Denton Record Chronicle. I'd like to thank one of my subscribers, JG, for sending this article dated August 3rd, 2018. Guess few, immigration crackdown negatively impacting U.S. birth rate. Women in America are having so few babies that the birth rate has hit a historic low, and that does not bode well with the nation's future. Fewer babies now mean fewer adults later to work, pay taxes, and make sure the country's future remains bright. The latest report by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention says there were 3,853,472 births in the United States last year, the lowest number in 30 years. The nation's general fertility rate was 60.2 births per 1,000 women ages 15 to 44, which represents a 3% drop from 2016. Those numbers would be even worse were it not for America's immigrant population. And ladies and gentlemen, that's where most of the births and non-Black people are coming from. It's coming from the immigrants, okay? And this is why numbers are being padded up with the immigrants for very obvious reasons. A study by the Pew Research Center shows 23% of all births in the United States in 2014 were to foreign-born mothers. About 275,000 of those babies were born to unauthorized immigrant parents, which was about a third of all births to foreign-born mothers that year. Unauthorized immigrant women birthing babies on America's shores may raise eyebrows among today's throwbacks to anti-immigration, the know-nothing party of the 1850s. Well, go down a little bit. The assertion that immigrants are a drain on the economy is false, according to analysis by the Wharton School of Economics at the University of Pennsylvania. Although immigrants increase the supply of labor, they also spend their wages on homes, food, TV, and other goods and services, and expand domestic economic demand, said the analysis. Immigrants, whether high or low skilled, legal or illegal, are unlikely to replace native-born workers or reduce their wages over the long term. The Wharton researcher said, indeed, the experience of the last few decades suggests that immigration may actually have significant long-term benefits for the native-born, pushing them into higher-paying occupations. Look no further than Arizona for a lesson in how anti-immigrant policies can contribute to America's baby gloom. Between 2007 and last year, the Grand Canyon state saw an overall 20% drop in births from 103,000 to 81,000. A major factor in the decline, according to Arizona State University researcher Tom Rex, was a crackdown on immigrants entering the state illegally to find work. Wilder used birth control, and women waiting longer to have babies play significant roles in the U.S. birth rates decline. Welcoming more immigrants would help reverse the trend. But it takes smart political leadership to acknowledge that simple truth, which these days is sadly lacking. Ladies and gentlemen, immigrants have always been used in America to pad up the numbers. And that's never going to change because, I mean, let's face it, these folks can't have babies. The only thing they can do is when the immigrants come to the country, stamp the white label on everybody, even though we can clearly eyeball these people and tell they're not white. So as you can see, actually the immigration crackdown is impacting everything. This is why even in farming, they're trying to get political action on allowing the immigrant workers on farms to be exempt from ICE rounding them up, because so many crops in the US are rotting and just sitting there unharvested. These folks that claim they're so capable and could do everything, but they can't seem to save their crops if the immigrants aren't there maintaining the land. But please tell me what you think about this article. I think it's really interesting, and it says a lot about what's going on in the US. So really, if you had to eliminate the immigrants and just count the people that have been born here, the birth rate would be a lot less than what we're looking at. It would probably be rock bottom. But because they are padding up the numbers, you're not going to really see the true number of births that come from foreign people and come from those that can't reproduce here in America. So as long as the immigrants are here, the waters will always be murky. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I will see you on the next video. Peace, family.